There are some things that men regularly give women that you should never give women. So can't you see how the balance will that will alter the balance of how things are supposed to be when you give someone something they're never supposed to have? Your results are going to be all over the place. Some of these things, she can't even earn them with her very best behavior. Some of these things, she shouldn't even want them because she is not equipped emotionally, spiritually, or mentally to truly handle these things in the most efficient manner. So without further ado, let's get into this. Now, the premise of this, the basic premise is if she doesn't earn it, she doesn't deserve it. That's the basic premise of everything you do. Anytime you interact with a woman, you must remember anything she doesn't earn is automatically off limits for her. And the majority of women that you're going to come across in this day and age ain't going to earn nothing because they've been taught that everything should be given to them just because they're women. I had a homie that come and say the other day that women think it's okay just to show up. That's where we are in this society. They deal with so many beta male simp mangina providers that they're used to just showing up and getting whatever it is they think they want. They think they deserve. They think they desire. And I am here to tell you, as the Alpha Dun Dada, given to the world through the grace of the Most High, you should not ever give her anything she doesn't deserve. Ever. I don't care if she's sick, if she's well, I don't care if she graduates from college with her PhD. I don't care what happens. Her actions must directly coincide with what you give her. A woman can tell you anything. She'll tell you she loves you. She'll tell you she's submissive. She'll submit to you. She'll tell you she puts you first above everything else. She'll tell you a lot of things. But I'll tell you like this, and this is one of the very first premises that I came to my people with when I first started creating content. If her words and actions don't match, always base your outlook on her intentions on her actions. If they don't match, forget about her words. Matter of fact, always forget about her words. You can't let her words determine what you expect from her. Your expectations for your woman come from you. You have those expectations before you ever meet her. So her telling you that, yeah, I'll do those things. That's why I say, never tell a woman when you meet her what your expectations for a woman are. Let her live and show you what she's already capable of. That way you can make an informed decision about if she's even worth continuing with. If you have a list of 10 things, you had better be checking off at least 5 of them just based on who she already is. Unless you got a young tender, 18, 19, 20, that ain't got no experience in the world. At that age, you could take one and raise her. She ain't got to have none of that. All she got to do is be willing to learn. And that is why the age limit stays low when it comes to dealing with women and meeting women, for me anyway, because once you meet a woman, depending on how many men she's dealt with, she already feels like she knows what it takes to please a man. How many times, any man in here, put a one in the chat if a woman has ever told you she knows how to please a man. When you first meet her, she don't even know what it takes to please you, but you heard her say, I know what it takes to please a man. I know how to keep a man happy. They all say that. But unless she's got a man in her life right now, she can't say she knows how to keep any man happy. A happy man is not going to leave his woman. Trust me. And she damn near can't get away. If you're keeping your man pleased, he's going to do the things necessary to make sure you keep keeping him pleased. So any single woman can't tell me a damn thing she knows about pleasing a man, because as far as I know, she ain't never pleased one. And remember, if her words matter to you, you're too caught up in your emotions. Words matter to her. She wants to hear you say, I love you. She wants to hear you say, you mean the world to me, baby. She wants to hear you say, I'll climb the moon, the stars, the sky, the river and the mountains. I'll give you the world and all that you wish for and even more. Girl, I love you more than you could know. She wants you to sing After 7 to her. That means something to her. That's why she listens to those R&B songs. You can't let your mind function like hers, where the R&B song, the words of the R&B song make you feel good, make you feel like she really holds you in high esteem. You have to make sure that you only look at her actions. Nothing else she does will ever matter except her actions. Again, if you're just joining me, man, this is the High Altitude Show. I'm your host with the most, Dr. BOA, the Alpha Surgeon General. And today's topic is 10 things you should never give a woman. Let's start from the top of the list, the most important thing. You should never give a woman control. And when I say the word control, I mean it in all of its definitions, in all of its understandings, in all of its possible conceptions. You must not ever give her control. Because control is a singular thing. If she has it, you do not. Now, what do I mean when I say control? Control covers a lot of different things, man. But I mean any control at all. If a woman is on your team, in your life, and you are blessing her with your presence and your alpha energy, she better not make no decision without clearing it with you. If she can't do that, drop her. See, what cats want you to believe is that, well, you ain't gonna never get no woman like that. I don't want no woman if I can't get her like that. I ain't gonna never just look out in the world and say, oh Lord, I need a woman. Let me compromise all my expectations. Hell no. So control is that thing. She can't have control. She can't make a decision to go do something without clearing it with me, without discussing it with me, without getting my approval. Because women make too many bad decisions. Every woman who's ever been heartbroken, she blame it on the man. Well, the man was dirty and all the men was dirty. Like they talk about all the dudes. Man, women that came in the comments, man, and said all the dudes Nicki Minaj ever had was bad. So she has the right to go back to the dude who has the worst criminal record of them all. See what I'm saying? They constantly make bad decisions because they're emotionally driven. So you have to make sure that even if her decision is right, you have to make sure that it is right before she makes it. Because if she's in your life and you're a part of her life, then her decisions have the potential to affect you negatively if she makes a bad decision. It is not about being a slave driver. It is about navigating the terrain in the way that you know how as the controller of the situation. So I say this, man, you have to understand that her controlling anything is bad for business. And we do know that relationships are a business arrangement. That's why we as men have to stay out of our emotions. So anything that is a part of that relationship that could possibly affect you, you must control it. Giving her control is terrible. Now, let's get into number 2. And another thing about her control will be the most damaging thing to you if the relationship ends. Everything she controls is going to be damaged when she leaves, or when you leave, when you let her go. However it goes, everything she controls is going to be lesser quality than it was before you gave her control over it.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Sims claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto.